What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So had a little mishap with Venom here. Keeps chucking belts, and I really don't know why. I haven't really figured it out yet. So hopefully you can take a closer look today. And but I'm gonna show you how to take a belt off with no tools. All right, so first you're gonna go to the car and we're gonna turn it on. Alright, so the belt's coming off. So, just going to double check, make sure that the pulleys are aligned. We're going to check it vertically and horizontal. See if they are aligned. I'm pretty sure that they are. So we're gonna come over here with the level. We're gonna get on the edge of the pulley to get a reference, somewhat of a reference. Don't mind me. So those are touching. And the bubble is about almost halfway on that hash. I'm gonna come over to the alternator pulley. Let's see level in here. And it is not. So we need to tip the alternator ever so slightly. All right. All right, so the alternator pulley needs to be tipped a little bit back to line up with the bubble on the water pump and the crank. I think that's what the problem is. We're gonna try that and see if that solves the problem. So I think what I'm gonna do is this bracket that I have here that I made. I'm gonna take these holes here and here, try and open them up a little bit to angle the alternator, see if that will work. If not, I'll end up having to make a whole new bracket because it sits on a secondary bracket here, which the alternator pivots on. And see if I can get the alternator to essentially angle itself on those bolts enough to tipped a little bit. All right, guys, so I think I got it level with the engine and hopefully straight. I'm going to show you some pics now, and then we'll bolt it down and get some holes drilled, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I think I got it straight and mocked in there the way I want it. I got the bubble somewhat close to the same as the water pump pulley, and the alternator pulley lines up pretty much with it. So I'm gonna drill some holes now and get it bolted down, and we'll give it a whirl. Alright, so we found out that the pulleys are different on the alternator for the pulleys that I have on the engine. This one is a lot of a thicker taper compared to the one that's on there now. It's a big difference. Okay, so we got the pulley changed on the alternator, and we also slotted, see it, we slotted the holes on the bracket, cut it down a little bit, made it look a little bit more appealing, painted it quick, and yeah, now we're gonna install. All right, guys, day 2 of the alternator experience here with the belt. So I changed the belt to a shorter one just to go off the water pump and the alternator. Also changed the pulley to a March pulley that is on the crank and the water pump to match the grooves. Didn't really realize the different taper on the stock alternator pulley made a big difference. Got the alternator on in the parking lot with the belt, and it seemed everything worked fine. It didn't chuck the belt at all, but now the alternator is squealing. So got back home, took the belt off, and come to find out that the shaft is bent on the alternator. So got a new alternator coming. It should be here hopefully midweek, and I'll install it and we'll go from there, and hopefully it solves everything. I think it will. Everything else seemed fine. I drove the car home. It drove fine all the way home besides that squeal, and we'll go from there. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is that the pulley is oblong while it's spinning on there. The fan is a little bent from me prying or using something to wedge in there to get the nut off. Obviously the nut is off, but you can get the gist of how it's spinning, and it's not straight anymore. I just wanted to slow it down to show you guys. stay tuned until next time. Alternator change part 2. Please give me a like and a subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.